Hello beautiful people. So today we're going to talk a little bit about natural products and our skin. So several years ago I started thinking more strategically maybe, or just really give some thought to what I'm putting on my skin, what's going on with my skin, kind of started paying attention. I was having major breakouts. I was in a point in my life when I was under a lot of stress, there's a lot going on, and I just had crazy breakouts all over my cheeks, on my chin, everywhere. That was like in my late 20s, early 30s, and it was really bad. And I tried everything, you know, you try a million things and nothing was really working. And of course, a lot of it had to do with the fact that there's so much going on in my life. Probably I wasn't taking the best care of myself because I was under so much stress. I wasn't giving that priority. Anyway, I ran across this interesting article on Mind Body Green, which is kind of like a health, natural wellness type website. Really cool, check them out. And someone was talking about cleansing with oil, and it seemed counterintuitive because our whole, you know, we're marketed all this acne stuff and it's all very drying. It dries the pimple, it does this, you know. And so it's counterintuitive to everything I had known up until that point. But it explained how the oil glands in your body, which pretty much every skin cell has oil glands, so it's creating this sebum, which is oil. And so your skin needs a certain amount of it to keep hydrated and moisturized, and so your skin doesn't get dry and crack, right? So anyway, it explained this really well, and it made sense, even though it seemed like, oh my gosh, why would you add more oil to your face to stop breaking out? But it did what it said, and I tried it. So the idea being, you're cleaning with oil, so you're cleaning all the impurities off, and then your skin feels, you know, hydrated, moisturized. So then your oil glands aren't trying so hard to create more oil to keep you from drying out. So I tried it, and the mix is literally 1 part castor oil, 1 part olive oil. And so I just got a little container, I filled it half castor oil, half olive oil, mixed it up, and I would apply that to my face when I wash at morning and night. I would put a hot washcloth, not too hot, you don't want to burn yourself, but you know, and you leave it on for like a minute. So I just sit there with like, so it's kind of opening up your pores, letting that oil in. I guess castor oil is one of these oils that absorbs stuff out, and actually a lot of oils do that. Coconut oil does that as well. So it kind of absorbs out the impurities. So in doing that, you're kind of opening up your cells a little bit, your pores, letting that gunky oil, dirty oil come out, and then you're just cleaning it off. And then you just wipe it off with a thing. You can do another quick rinse, and then you're good to go. So I did that for a while, and it actually saw quite a bit of improvement in skin. I haven't actually cleaned that way for a long time. I did that for probably a year on and off. And then my skin kind of rebalanced itself. A lot of things in my life also rebalance themselves. So I was in a different stage and a lot different stressors, but because I think life always brings us different stressors, but definitely got into a healthier stage of my life, both with how I was eating and how I was caring for myself, and my skin was just showing so much improvement. So I just wanted to share that little tidbit with you. But at that point, I kind of, you know, I was using products very little on my skin. I was kind of like, my skin looks so clear, I can't believe it. And I was almost not wearing a whole lot of anything. I used to always wear foundations and all sorts of things to cover up my skin. I decided, you know, I'm not going to use a whole lot. So I would use that stuff like I still do when I go out. I'll put stuff on. I wear like foundation, a little bit something when I go to work. My skin is very, it's got like red undertones. I've got my freckles, which I love. You know, but it's kind of uneven, right? So sometimes you want to just look like you're all the same color. So you use foundations or whatever. And sometimes you want to spruce it up a little bit and, you know, do a little more with your skin. So, or with your face and your makeup and all that stuff. So I'm definitely not anti-makeup. I enjoy makeup. I'm not an expert in makeup. I've been wearing it since I was young and I like it, but I sold it for a while, a few different times. But it wasn't my thing selling it necessarily. I'm not like a pushy salesperson type. So anyway, different topic. I wanted to share with you today, I found this product. So in all of my searching for good stuff for my skin, because your skin basically absorbs 60 to 70% of everything we put on our skin can be absorbed into our bloodstream. So it's really important that we think about, and we don't normally think about it, right? That we think about what we're putting on our skin, not only what we're putting in our body. Obviously, you know, we always want to think about that, which we also sometimes don't do. We eat and ingest a whole lot of crap. So, and I've been on that journey for a very long time, just really being really strict, not strict, but conscious of what I put in my body. And not that I'm always perfect. I definitely try to eat whole foods more than processed foods, not organic as much as possible. It's not always an option, but cleaning my foods really well, because our food system, you know, uses a lot of pesticides and da 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 da. So that's a whole other video too. Anyway, so just being conscious of what you're putting in your body, on your body, all that stuff matters, because ultimately your cells are created, and processing all this stuff, they're created by what you're putting in your body. They're affected by what you're putting on your body. So stuff to think about. Anyway, so as I've been on this journey, I have thought about, you know, I want limited ingredients. I want stuff that I want, you know, I can for the most part pronounce. I want ingredients that I recognize. If I'm putting this on my skin and it's going to be absorbed into my bloodstream, it's going through my organs, it's going through my liver, it's going through my kidney, it's, you know, being processed, metabolized. What are the, you know, effects of that on my body? So as I think about all these things, as I'm getting older and really wanting to be more conscious of how I care for myself and my well-being, this is one of the things that I've kind of taken on more recently, the natural products, because sometimes I just use coconut oil and I'm good. But like makeup, sometimes I want to wear something, you know, and I don't want like just gunk on my face, and I don't know what this chemical is, because a lot of times they don't even have to. You have to, FDA approves a bunch of stuff, you know, you can have this toxic chemical up to a certain amount and then it's quote unquote safe. And yet, you know, in some other countries they've been banned. So let's, you know, I just want to be more conscious of it. So I found this little company called Be Natural Organics, and I found them because I looked on this website, and this is a great website, go to it, EWG, so environmentalworkinggroup.org. And they basically rate, I mean, they work with all sorts of environmental issues, but they rate products, beauty products, cosmetics, sunscreens, they rate cleaning products. I mean, they basically rate any kind of chemical that we would come into contact with as far as how it works, you know, how it interacts with the environment, how it interacts with our body, what the chemical reactions are, whether or not the chemicals are known as a carcinogen, which is, carcinogen is something that can cause cancer. Yeah, stuff like that. And a lot of products that we use are actually hormone disruptors. So, you know, our system has several different hormone organs, you know, our thyroid, our adrenal glands, pituitary gland, thymus gland, our kidneys are part of our organ system, our pancreas, which is, you know, so diabetes can result from, you know, endocrine issues. Endocrine is hormonal issues. Sexual issues can also happen both for males and females with endocrine disruption. So it's a big deal. So lots of products that we use can be hormone disruptors. So cosmetics, oftentimes stuff we wash our clothes with, our sheets, our towels, stuff that is close to our skin, can contain fragrances and chemicals on them that cause them to be soft and fragrant or whatever, but they're actually also hormone disruptors. So we're putting stuff on our body that is absorbed by our body that can actually wreak havoc in our endocrine system, in our hormonal system. So something to think about, and I'll post little links and stuff on research on that. So anyway, when I was looking at the EWG, I was just looking for makeup and clean, you know, like cosmetics and skincare products, and they highly recommended this facial cleanser, which made with rose hips, which is really a wonderful ingredient for the skin. So it's all these wonderful natural ingredients, and so anything with EWG verified is something that you know is going to be good and you're going to feel great about. So I just went on the website to buy this, and then as I was looking around, I saw that they had a whole bunch of samples. So I'm like, yes, samples. The samples are not free. They're, I think, between $2 and $4, but they give you a great quantity, great amount. So like, you know, that's a little sample. And sometimes you buy like something like this for $70 in the, you know, cosmetic store, and it's, you know, like super potent and blah, blah, blah. And it's tiny like this. So $4 for this sample is amazing. So anyway, I'm going to turn the camera on and just show you the products that I bought, and then I'm going to talk about them a little more. So, Okay, so they come in these cute little packages like this. And then the card explains kind of what it is. I haven't actually used the seaweed mask yet, so I look forward to that. I already used up my hyaluronic acid and my BHA. I've been using BHA for years, and I love it. It's really great for my skin. It's great for acne. This is the first time I tried this brand, and I liked it. It was good. I think I still love my other BHA that I use more, but I need to compare ingredients just to make sure I'm, you know, not putting on the crap I don't want in my body. This hyaluronic acid was nice. I haven't used any other ones, so I don't know how to compare it to anything. CoQ10, Coenzyme Q, eye cream, it's great. This I love. I've been using this at nighttime, Bio-Recovery Evening Repair. So after I wash my face at night, I just put that oil on my face and go to bed, and it's just so soft and it doesn't feel oily. It absorbs nicely. I like it. It's kind of got a citrusy scent. The makeup I'll talk about in a second. And then this Palm apple serum. It's an interesting anti-aging line. I guess their anti-aging line is this Palm d'Or, golden apple, and it's supposed to have like apple stem cells, which I guess now is a big thing in cosmetics because I've seen it in other things like citrus stem cells and da-da-da. And stem cells we know are, at least in the human body, are things that can create whatever cells they're with. So I'm not 100% sure that the stem cells from a fruit are gonna, you know, magically create healthy collagen and healthy cells in a human body, but they feel nice. So I can't speak to that for sure, I don't know. But it really is, like, I put this stuff on after I wash my face. It absorbs nicely, it doesn't feel oily, and then I put on the cream, and then it's a nice base for the foundations that I wear after. And my skin feels great, it looks great. The Rosehip Seed Facial Cleanser I also got as a sample that was highly recommended, also on the EW website. It's just gentle, it's a great makeup remover. And then the Natural Tint sunscreen. Now, I don't normally wear a lot of sunscreen in general. I have some good melanin in my skin, so I only wear it on my face unless I'm gonna be out in the sun, you know, for a long time or something, and I'll put it on the rest of my body if I know I don't, because I will burn eventually, so I don't want to always do that. But love this stuff, and what I like about it is that it doesn't have nanoparticles, and a lot of the sunscreens that are on the market right now do have nanoparticles. Oxybenzone is one of those nanoparticles that gets absorbed in the skin. It is a hormone disruptor, so it's something you want to avoid. The makeup I'm excited about. I tried this one already, so I'll try these. These are like, I did try this one the other day as eyeshadow. So these are actually luminizers or pearlizers or highlighters, however you want to call them. So those are fun. And then I got the little eyeshadow in the smoky plum. And then I got these two samples. Aren't they cute? Oh, so cute. These little samples of foundation, bamboo and almond. So I'm gonna try these, and then we'll see. That'll help me decide, you know, what I want to order, if I want to order. Because color matching is so hard when you buy things online. So it's so fun when they have little samples that you can try. Okay, so I'm going to actually today try both of these on my face just to see. I am looking for a new foundation. I've been using another brand for a while. It always has a weird smell on my skin. I know how everybody has a different, you know, we have a different sensitivity to scents. You know, some scents that are great for someone, very pleasing, can be offensive to other people. I know for me, there's certain scents that give me headaches that are offensive to my brain, that I get to, like, you know, my husband hates some of the scents that I love, and I hate some of the scents that he loves. So we're all kind of different. So the stuff I've been using has a strange scent to me. I'm kind of over it, so I'm looking for something new. So I'm gonna try these. Because they're so little, these little bottles, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna apply with a Q-tip, and I'll apply on either side of my face to kind of just compare what they look like on my skin. So here we go. This is bamboo. So we can see my little freckles here, which I'm a big fan of freckles. I know some people don't like them and think of them as imperfections, but I think they're adorable, and I don't know. I'm a fan, so I'm never mad about my freckles. I do, as I'm getting older though, I have seen a few little age spots that I'm not as crazy about as my freckles, but that's a different topic too. Okay, so this looks, I'm actually gonna look up here on my mirror a little bit better because it's hard to see it on my phone. So this actually seems to match my skin pretty well. Like I said, I have a little bit of that red undertone, and it's covering well, but it's not looking like it's wildly different than my skin color. So I like that. And so this is good. Bamboo. Okay, and then we'll try the almond on the other side. Now this one seems a little darker. It's a little darker than the bamboo. Oh, and it's definitely got like a pinkish hue. I don't know if you can really tell. Like, can you see it? This like has a very distinctly different than my skin tone color. On my forehead it matches better. Generally our foreheads tend to be a little darker than the rest of our face. On my forehead it's okay. But on my cheeks it's definitely really pinky, different color, whereas the bamboo blends a little nicer. So the almond is definitely not the one I would go with for my skin tone. The bamboo looks like it's the one I'm gonna do. So yay, thank you for hanging out with me while I decided on those. The other thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you this. I actually have been using this tinted this tinted sunscreen for the last probably two weeks to work as my foundation, because I'm not using the other one that I had been wearing for like 2 years. This is actually, it's made with zinc, which we know it as a mechanical. It's kind of a mechanical sunscreen, which means it has coverage because it lays on top of the skin. It doesn't actually absorb into the skin where it would be a chemical protected, which some things can be because they absorb in and they just kind of block from the inside, whereas this would kind of sit on top and block from kind of a mechanical shield almost. Anyway, so, and since it's a sunscreen, I've been using it because since it's a tinted moisturizer or sunscreen, I've been using it as my foundation for the last 2 weeks. And I actually really like it. It makes my skin look a little bit more tan, which is good because it will match my arms better. Like I said before, I don't actually put sunscreen on my body. I just put it on my, well, I protect my face by wearing sunglasses and hats when I'm outside. Or I'll wear sunscreen. I do wear sunscreen on my face, but not generally on the rest of my body. So usually the rest of my body gets brown and my face stays a lot lighter. So anyway, so I'm gonna wash this off and then I'm gonna put this on and I'll just show you that, all right? Okay, so I just washed my face with this cleanser. The makeup came right off, and there doesn't seem to be a whole lot of residue, so it washes off quite easily and nicely. So I guess if you want, like, you know, waterproof makeup, it's probably not your best option. It did feel really nice on my skin, the makeup itself. If you want heavy coverage also, it's probably not the best. It's a nice light coverage, which I prefer because I do want my freckles to show through. Okay, so I'm gonna put this on. Now what I do know about this from using it the last couple of weeks, I do need something underneath that. When I put it on my straight skin after washing, it doesn't spread as nicely. That zinc in there, and it's got shea butter and some other great oils, kind of make it almost like a sticky, waxy, but not in a bad way, but it's just because it stays in place. But kind of for spreading, when you're first putting it on, it helps if you've got a little bit of a base of something moisturizing. So I'm just gonna put on this, actually instead of that one, I'm gonna do my Day Light Moisturizer, which is just a light moisturizer. This one has like a kind of a seed oil scent. It's not like an overpowering smell. So I don't know if it's like a sunflower or not sure, but it's pleasant to me. It's not like amazing, but it's not horrible. And it comes on nicely, puts on nicely. And it's funny for me to do this when I watch myself just like smothering my face or slathering my face with stuff in front of you. All right, so here is the tinted sunscreen. So it's kind of, I always just kind of mix it a little bit with my finger before I apply it, because I think it's like minerals, and I haven't used mineral makeup. I think this is the first thing I've actually used, and I'm looking into that. So there's another company I've been looking at, which I will be also showcasing on here, that have like a mineral makeup that you mix with their oil, and then you create foundation. So it's got like several different colors you can choose from. So I'm gonna try their sampler and see how I like that compared to just like a regular foundation you buy on its own. Okay, so I just kind of, again, I'm gonna look up here. I just kind of apply it kind of all over quick, and then I just spread it out. Now this, I also have to use a little bit on my neck, because my neck is also tends to be a little bit wider than the rest of my body. So then I just go ahead and spread it. Now, I know a lot of people use like foundation, sponges, and brushes, and all these amazing things. And I actually, a few years ago when I was in nursing school, I found this amazing lipstick line, and they also had other makeup included in their line. I wanted basically every color in the lipstick collection. So I signed up to get it at wholesale prices, and then I ended up selling some to make a little extra money on the side during nursing school. I didn't continue selling it because it's not really my thing, selling products, you know. I mean, the product is great, it kind of sold itself, but I didn't enjoy the process. And then once I actually started working as a nurse, there wasn't a whole lot of time to like be doing additional things. Anyway, all that to say is that I bought all these brushes and all these things. I had every intention of learning how to do the contouring and all the stuff that you see on YouTube, makeup application videos. But it just seemed like a really overwhelming thing for me. It's definitely not an area that I'm interested enough in to do. I would love it if someone would like come and do my makeup and do the contouring, do the whole thing, and I'd be like, oh wow, that looks amazing. I would never take the time every day to do something like that, even on days when I've got like a special occasion. Like, I'll take a little more time than my general routine, but I'm not that girl who's, you know, spends a ton of time applying makeup. When I was younger, when I was in high school, in college, I don't know if I did it back then. In high school, I sure did. I spent a lot more time doing my hair and doing my makeup and all that thing. But as I got a little bit older, and you know, I moved to a small town in Indiana from a big city in Canada. And it was like such a different world. It was like, I just didn't fit in with my big city worldness to this tiny little town, a sleepy little town. Everyone was like, just real simple. So it kind of changed, you know, what I viewed as important or as beauty. It was much more natural. So I kind of took that in to a certain degree. While I still stood out, because I still did wear more makeup and I still dressed up differently. So I still stood out, but I definitely took on some of the ideas of what beauty is. And as I grew and as I learned and as I became more sure of myself, also just the idea of beauty being something that's born from the inside of you and not what you do on the outside. Outside is sure one thing, but beauty is who you are and what you give out to the world. So that is my belief. Anyway, so this is it spreads quite nicely. It once you have that nice layer of it, like I said, it feels a little bit sticky. Again, that's the shea butter and probably the zinc, and I think the zinc is probably what stops it from spreading really easy, really liquidy. But there it is. So it's, you know, it matches my arms now. Not as white. So I love this stuff actually. I don't know that I would wear it all the time because it is kind of thicker. So in the summer, well, the summer's kind of when you want to wear it, huh? Anyway, I'll be experimenting with more foundation. I've been happy with this. My skin hasn't broken out, and I don't feel like it's clogging my pores at all. I get my occasional breakouts, you know, when I'm gonna get my period or whatever, you know, stuff like that, normal stuff. But my skin actually is reacting really well to this. I haven't had any weird like rashes or anything like that. Sometimes you get when you try new products, your skin can react, especially if you have sensitive skin. Certain ingredients will cause irritation and that kind of thing. So these have been good for me. I've enjoyed them. So that's my little baby review on Be Natural Organics. Check them out. I will be probably looking more into their makeup again, and I'll be buying some of these products, probably this evening oil, which I really like, and we'll see what else. And then I'll be trying some other products from other companies as well, just to see and compare, because I really want stuff that is good for my skin, that is not hurting me in any way, and also as I get older, wanting to just take better care of my skin. And that's it. Okay, hope you all have a great day. Thanks for joining me.